Hi there. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. This is Nelisa again, and welcome to Nelisa Hope TV. I hope your Sunday is going well. So I just want to come on here and check up on you, say hello, talk about a few things that's been sitting in my heart. And before we go too far, I also wanted to apologize for uh, last week. I was supposed to have a guest come in, but due to unavoidable circumstances, we're not able to bring in a guest. However, this week, end of this week, it's going to happen by the grace of God. In the meantime, it's always nice coming on here to chat about things, life events, whatever that makes us grow to the next level in life. We are all at different stages in life, but I'm sure we can borrow a leaf from each other and sharpen each other. At least that's what the Bible says. So now, if this is your first time to come on here to Nelisa Hope TV, if you will please, it's a relatively young channel. However, I'm requesting if you can please subscribe, like the video, and let me know if there's anything else that you would like for us to talk about. If you'd like to come on here as a guest, that would be awesome. But for now, welcome aboard. I was going to hop onto straight onto the subject of the day, which is faith. We've been talking about faith, having faith in life. What is faith? Faith is calling those things which are not as though they were. So, for instance, you can see yourself about to get a job. You know very well you're not qualified. You apply for a job. You know very well from a human perspective you're not qualified, but you have faith. You have confidence. It ties into the confidence in knowing your potential. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. And also I'm going to make it short. Unless I'm doing interviews, I just make it short. And again, let me know if you want us to do something else, if you want us to have longer talks and things of that nature. But to me, faith, it also ties into speaking positivity into your life, right? For instance, even in that job situation, or whatever it is that's ahead of you, just look at it as if it's already happened. Start playing the part, act the part, dress the part, and it's going to happen. It's going to manifest. When the Bible talks about the fact that death and life lies in the tongue, the tongue has a lot of power. It is so true. You keep saying how much you're a failure, or how much this is not working, that is not working. You say it enough times, and I promise you it's going to happen. I remember there's a time I was watching, I can't remember, one of the, I think it was a pastor, one of the televangelists, I believe, one of them a while ago, and he was talking about, may have been Joel Austin actually. He said something on the lines of how there's this older couple, their kids were grown, they were just by themselves, but the lady was so paranoid. Every night she would wake up her husband to go downstairs because she thought she had something. Oh, honey, go check downstairs. I think I had sounds like I had somebody knocking the door or whatever, however she said it. And poor man, he kept going downstairs, checking the door, making sure it's, because I think she wanted him to double check to make sure the door is locked. And it's normal, but I think she overdid it. And guess what? One time, one night, this man went downstairs, and sure enough, there was a burglar in the kitchen, and he had a rifle, and so the old man had a rifle, and so he was able to get things under control. So in other words, he wasn't attacked. But before this guy left, this burglar, this man said, "Hey, before you go, I want you to meet somebody that's been waiting on you. Somebody that that keeps talking about um, you all the time." And so, of course, we're referring to his wife. That his wife has been expecting him this whole time. It's just so funny when you hear such, but isn't it amazing how that could apply in our lives? How many times do you get an opportunity and then you find yourself saying, you know what, there's no point. Well, I have evolved from that, but I'm also a work in progress. But then many times you hear people saying, what's the point of applying? I'm not even gonna get it. Or what's the point of trying to buy that home? What's the point of doing this? What's the point of doing that? You already gave up even before. You already manifest, you already speaking negativity and attracting that into your life, right? So I strongly believe that your attitude is a magnet for either positive or negative energy. Uh, so that can your attitude can determine what kind of vibes you attract in your life. If you're the kind of person that's always talking about others, I don't know if you have such kind of a friend. I am. Over time, my friendship basis is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and I feel happier and happier because not everybody that claims to be your friend is your friend. So you have to gain wisdom to be able to know who to place where. It's just like an onion. We actually had this conversation at my fellowship the other day. It's just like an onion. Whenever you have, I mean, an onion has different layers, and you have to determine, is this person going to make it to my inner circle, or is it just a regular hi bye type of friendship? You have to be very careful because the people you bring close to your life can also, you know, determine the kind of person you turn out to be. Have you ever had this saying that goes, show me five of your friends and I'll tell you who you are? Because at some point, like it or not, some of what they do will rub on you. So it's very important. Even as you have faith in the things that you're trusting God for, even as you speak positive, positivity into your life, speaking things into existence, it also has to tie into the whole, into other things. What are you allowing in your life? Are you allowing toxicity? Are you gossiping? Are you the kind of person that's always entertaining? Because keep in mind, somebody calls you, tells you about people all the time, they're telling others about you as well. Kind of just something to remember. So in a nutshell, and this also reminds me of a time I went to a grocery store and I was standing in line right behind this man, and this man goes, "Hey, ma'am." No, no, how did he say it? He said, "Ma'am, you better, you better find another queue because this one is about to close." And he went on to say that each time he goes to the store, right before they get to him, right before the cashier gets to him, the particular the register closes. And I didn't pay him any attention. I am very friendly and I talk to people. I don't have to know you. So he got to tell me that little story as we were waiting on our turn, so we can check out whatever everybody was buying. And I tell you what, as soon as his turn came, sure enough, the register closed. He has said it so many times. It sounds funny, but he said it so many times to a point that he's brought it into existence, and he strongly believes that that's exactly what happens. And I'm thinking, okay, so I thought that was really weird, but it actually did happen to me, or rather to him. Um, so yeah, do you believe in bad luck? Do you believe you're cursed? I don't believe in anything like that. We have a lot of power within ourselves to change the dimension of things. If you get in a habit for 21 days, only 21 days, it's going to become a stronghold. Whatever it is, whether you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, change your schedule, exercise, whatever, start praying regularly. If you can make it a habit consistently for 21 days, it's been known that that will change the dimension of your life. It's a good start for sure. So something to think about for sure. And so, just change your outlook. Try it for a little bit. It's worth it. Everybody wants to. I don't think there's anybody, even sadists, that enjoy being sad. Things just happen in life and they embrace their situation and they just lose hope. But if they can change their mindset, I believe they can have a better or rather positive outlook in life. So yeah, I just like I was mentioning earlier, in the book of Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21, that speaks of death and life are in the power of the tongue. So in a nutshell, that's all we're saying. Faith and tied in with action. Faith without works is dead, the Bible says. So speak life into your life. Speak life into your life. You wake up feeling tired. I've gotten to a point where even those little things that may seem little, I wake up feeling tired and I speak to the body. I tell myself, this is going to be a good day. Even though it doesn't necessarily look good or feel good, or you speak enough times and it's going to end up happening. At the end of the day, you're going to be saying, I made it. I made it. I made it. Evaluate your friendships. Evaluate people that are around you, because that also determines the turnaround of things. Yeah, before long, you'll start noticing a change. And yeah, I know it's not easy. It's just like saving. Saving is one of the challenges that most people have. You start saving, you're so energized, come January the 1st, and you say, you know what, this year I'm gonna save X amount of dollars. By February, you use up all that money. And I know life is tough, but even in those things, it's possible. And you don't have to succeed the first time. You sleep, fall, eventually you're gonna make it. So, and definitely in all this, keep a prayerful life. Don't just be going to God whenever things are going wrong. You have to have a relationship with God. Whether things are good, whether things are bad, stay prayerful, because in that action in itself is showing that you're not leaning on your own understanding. You're acknowledging God in your life and you're seeking direction from Him. And then, of course, playing your part. I have this one mantra of doing the natural and letting God do the supernatural. Just do the natural and let God do the supernatural. And that's just as simple as that. So yeah, that's really all I had today. Keep the faith. Keep it positive. You got 21 days. Sleep, fall. Eventually you'll make it. In the meantime, in a couple of days, since this week has started, we're going to have a guest on here. It's a surprise. I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm looking forward to the great conversation, because it's somebody I respect. I definitely value their input. I've known them for a while, and I promise you there's going to be some life nuggets in that conversation. I'm looking forward to it myself. So again, if you haven't subscribed, please do me the honors and subscribe. Let us grow together. If you'd like to come on here and share something, or just let us talk, that would be awesome. Other than that, I guess that's all for today. So y'all have a great week, and keep it Nelisa TV, Nelisa Hope TV. What did I say? I'm misquoting my own channel. Keep it Nelisa Hope TV. This is a channel of messages of hope and uplifting each other in the things of life. God bless you. Love you all. And until next time. Bye.